in the earlier seasons, the most important part was the physical game. Yeah. And then over time, people started realizing, well, me being weak is not the thing that's voting me out. The thing that votes me out are the people. So how can I make sure the people don't vote me out, whether I'm strong or not? And that's when Survivor got fucking interesting.
Yes.
And it became very, very quickly became solely a social game. So you could suck at challenges, but if you could really rock the social game, you were good to go. And then that's interestingly enough, that's when Boston Rob came in. Boston Rob himself changed everything.
Yeah.
Because it was physical game, purely physical, then purely social. Then Boston Rob came in. What he did was he took away the social aspects of Survivor willingly, if he wanted to. There were some seasons that Boston Rob played where he actually tried to play the social game, where he actually tried to, manipulate people or get people on his side or whatnot. And Heroes vs. Villains is a very good example of that. He tries to sway things in his direction many ways and manipulate people. But in the earlier seasons of Boston Rob, first of all, he once you get to individual challenges, aka only one person can win immunity, he starts winning so often that it doesn't matter how good he is at the social game, no one can vote him out because he's immune every week, which is interesting, which is super cool. But the coolest season of Survivor, which I couldn't show you because it's on some other platform, that's not attainable for us, it's way too expensive, is that there's one season where he basically...
which season is this?
This was...
okay, I'll look it up for you.
Please. It was him and... look up him and Phil. There's a season where he is... he will just go up to people. And he'll make sure that his tribe... there's no way that anyone can have conversations behind closed doors, because he realizes that the most the way that you lose Survivor is if you don't know what's being said behind closed doors. Did you know what season it was?
Redemption Island, season 22.
Yes. He realizes that the thing that gets you off is whenever you don't know what's being said behind closed doors or behind in random places.
Right.
So he makes a rule. For some reason, he makes a rule with his tribe. He says no one leaves the campsite unless we get the things that resources that we need, food or whatever. In that case, we all go together.
What?
Right?
Was this on Redemption Island?
Yes, on Redemption Island.
Okay.
And the people are dumb enough to do it. For some reason, everyone's like, yeah, sure. Because if you say no,
there's also
you can vote it off.
Exactly, because then somebody is like, I'm going to be a leader, and then there are naturally going to be people like, okay, I'm going to float under this wing, right? I'm going to be under this. I'm going to ride on this coattail for a little bit.
And so Boston Rob comes in. He's like, there's no leaders. There are no fly under the radar. Everyone has to deal with everyone all the time.
Yeah, which in turn he becomes a leader.
He becomes the leader,
right? But also simultaneously he becomes a leader, but then he builds his own hive mind, so then he could just sort of sit back.
Right. And so basically he comes in and shows everyone. Survivor doesn't have to be a physical game. It doesn't have to be a social game. Survivor can be whatever the fuck you want it to be. And that's whenever I realized Survivor's the fucking coolest game ever, because anyone can win. Anyone, no matter who you are, whatever your strong suit is. Like for you, I'm sure that your version of playing Survivor would be different from my version. We both have an equal chance of winning.
In a way, right?
In a way.
And part of that also depends on your competitors and who you're working with and working against.
Which feeds into an awesome point, which is it's not good to have friends. That's the only thing that I've seen proven, is that on Survivor, it's not good to have friends.
No, it's just general baseline. It's not a good idea.
In general, in real life, all the time.
Or
it's not good to have friends.
Congenial. I said congeal.
Congenial.